So this one isn't exactly just plain physics, but remember, this is my series on helping physicists use Python in their courses. If you happen to be a physics student, maybe this will be useful for you too. The link to the playlist for this will be down below. But today we're going to do numerical integration. So this is what you need to do if, let's say, you have some data and you want to integrate it, or a function that you want to integrate, but it's too difficult of an integral to do. And so I'm going to do actually two examples, but let's just first talk about what's going on. So suppose I have some curve, some function with respect to x, and I want to integrate from x equals 0. We're going to have to do actual limits, right? Because a numerical integration uses numbers. So if you don't have numbers, you can't do it. To some other value, let's say x equals, I don't know, let's say 2. I'm just picking a number. Now remember, in calculus what we do is to break this into rectangles. And then we can find the area of this little rectangle would be dx by f of x, and that would be the area. And then what I do is I just add up all those rectangles going from here to there, and then that's my integration, my area. So let's say I'll call this A, is the integral from 0 to 2 of f of x dx. That's what we would do. Okay, but what we're really doing is adding up f times dx. Okay. So how do we do this numerically? Suppose I have these are actual data points. I'm going to draw them right there. These are all the data points, and they're very far apart, just so we can see what's going on. So the first thing to do is to go through, and we need to decide how to do this, right? Do I want to break this into pieces? I'm going to actually generate the data instead of having data already there. I guess I should show it both ways. Well, I wasn't prepared for that, so I'm just going to show you. There's one little bit trick if you already have like a list of data and you want to integrate. I'm going to integrate a function. So if I do that, I can find this value right here because I'll have some function to find that value. And then I can break this into pieces of step size dx, which I can pick. All I need to do is calculate dA is going to be f of x times dx, and then a equals a. Let's start up here with a equals 0, because I'm going to start right here with 0 integral, and then I'm going to calculate the area of each box and just keep adding it up. So then a equals a plus dA. That's going to add the value I had right here to my total, and then I'll just say x equals x plus dx, and then I'll just keep doing the whole thing over. Okay, so let's do this for an actual situation. Suppose I have a rod, and it has a length. I have to give it a number. Let's say it's a length of 0.1 meters and a mass of 0.05 kilograms. And I want to find the moment of inertia about this point. So I equals the integral from 0 to L of m L squared dm. That's right. That's the moment of inertia, right? No, wait. Is it ml? It's L squared dm. Okay, but if I do that, I'm not even going to do the... Oh, I do need to do the integral. Okay, so let's see if I break this up. I get dx, and the integral of that little... I should have worked this out beforehand. The moment of inertia of that little piece is going to be dm times x squared. I need to get dm in terms of x. So if I assume that the mass density is constant, then dm over dx equals m over L. So dm is going to be m over L dx. Yeah, so this is going to be equal to, I can put m over L x squared dx. And then I can integrate both sides, and that's what I'm going to do. And now from 0 to L. Okay, so let's do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do two integrals. The other one I'm going to do is one that comes up a lot. It's something that looks like this. It comes up in quantum mechanics. 0 to 1 of sine pi x, sine squared pi x dx equals, I'm pretty sure the answer is 1 or 1/2. So I'm going to do both of these integrals in Python. Okay, let's jump over to Python and see if we can make this thing work. Okay, so here I am in GlowScript v Python. I'm going to integrate the moment of inertia. So let's say m equals, what did I just say it was? 0.05. L equals 0.1. Now I need to pick a couple things. X equals 0 and dx equals how big of my space size am I going to make? Let's just pick this as 0.01 for right now. And now I'm going to say I equals 0, right? Because I want that to be my total sum, and I'm going to add that up. And so I'm going to have to start with something. Now, while x is less than L, do the following. Number 1, calculate di. I need dm. Let's do this. I could do a dm. I could do a dx. Let's just do a dx. I already got in that form. Okay, so di is going to be equal to m times x squared. I like to put that in parentheses because it scares me. Times dx divided by L. That's exactly what I had, right? I just calculated everything I had. Now I'm going to add that little integral element to my total I. So I equals I plus di. And then I need to move my x to the next one. X equals x plus dx. And that's it. And then we'll say print I equals. And it's going to be I. And the units are, let's see, it's kilogram meters squared. Yeah. And then let's calculate the theoretical one. So IT is going to be equal to 1/3 times m times L squared. Is that right? 1/3 ml squared. That's right. Okay, and let's print that too. Print IT equals IT kilograms times meters squared. And let's run it. Okay, so I get different answers, right? I get 1.9 times 10 to the negative fourth and 1.66. They're not that far off, okay, but they are far off. They are off. Let's save this as integral example 1. And then one of the things I can make a better estimate is make a smaller step size, because I'm going from 0 to 0.1 in step sizes of 0.01. That's only 10 squares. I've only broken into 10 rectangles. If I do it another 0 right here, I'm breaking it into 100. And then there you see, I get a very nice answer right there. Let's do one more. And there is one thing that I'm covering up. There. So that's 1,000 squares. I get a very good answer. One of the things that I think I might be having one extra square because of the way I calculate stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. If I have super, super thin slices, if I add on another slice, not a big deal. Okay, now let's do the other one. Let's do this. X equals 0. Let's leave dx as what it is. I'm going to integrate the sine squared one. So let's just say a equals 0. Then I'm going to say while x is less than 1. That's a semicolon. 1. Number 1 is to calculate dA. So dA is going to be equal to sine. If you're doing GlowScript v Python, sine's already built in. I just want to point that out. Sine times pi times x, quantity squared. That's times dx. Let me put the dx over here. So I have the width size. The function is sine of pi x squared, and that's my height. And then I can add that to my total. A equals a plus dA. And then I need to move my x forward. X equals x plus dx. And then I can print a equals a. And it doesn't have units because I didn't really include units. And let's see if that one works. 0.5. That one's right on the number right there. Okay, so that's how you do a numerical integral. I'm going to be using these ideas in the future, but I wanted to show you. Now, because there could be some cases where it's an impossible thing to integrate or really difficult, and you can do it this way, but you have to have limits of integration because we're actually adding up squares. This code will be down below. Play this down below. More stuff later on.